doozy. The news be doozy. The news be doozy. The news be doozy. The news be doozy.
There was a weird development in the war with Iran, which is still not de-escalating. Marco Rubio is on a rampage. Canada's wildfires have the sky yellow in New York. Cardi B, Snoop Dogg, and Diddy are in the news. We have a packed show tonight, and we are so glad you could join us here on Hot 97 News. The news is newsing on this July 16th. It is Thursday. We are so close to Friday. So close to Friday. I am your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with 2 N's and Million.
Keep it a milli.
Okay, so starting off the show, of course, with the fact that Trump's address to the nation is 2 hours away.
Hey, I'm excited.
Are you?
I'm excited. I mean, you know, last time we seen it, he ain't really say much, but this time, I mean, there's a new war we just started up, basically. And I'm excited to see multiple things. Hopefully he talks about different things.
So first of all, I wanted to show you what you can see on screen right now. The White House started off this day posting a pic of Trump around 9 o'clock this morning saying, he is him with a capital H.
Okay. Him is he.
No,
That's
no,
tough.
him, no, because people thought that he was being said to be like Jesus.
Oh.
There's only one person who's capital H I'm aware of. So that's what the White House was getting flack for this morning.
Oh, my
A
gosh.
lot of people thought, you guys are just trying to find problems. But it is, you know, they're kind of just doing this whole thing in the lead up to this big address, trying to hype the man up, you know.
I wonder what some of the things he's going to actually address tonight, though, man. I am actually. Oh, you got it.
I can tell you.
Oh,
actually.
please,
Yeah,
please,
yeah,
please,
yeah, yeah.
please enlighten
Well,
me.
at least there's speculation because people don't know.
Okay,
but
okay.
There's obviously some speculation that he's going to talk about the war at least a little bit and talk about the economy at least a little bit. But at 9 o'clock tonight, he is going to talk from the East Room of the White House, actually. So this is not from the Oval Office, not from Congress. It's from the East Room of the White House. He's calling it an address to the nation. And he says they're going to be talking about the elections. We already kind of knew that because he said that he had some big announcement. He said it was going to be about protecting the integrity of our elections. And he specifically said it was going to involve the elections and voting machines and free and fair elections. Remember, he said the country really had to shape up a couple of days ago, but he said that he couldn't really reveal the big news, but it was going to be a really big announcement. So
I think he needs to spend his time. I mean, this is just me personally, bro. We have spent a lot of time with unanswered questions when it comes to when's this war going to end? When's the gas going to go down? What are we actually doing with all the money that you said that, that we're paying in these taxes? I think if he doesn't give those answers, I honestly think if he doesn't get those answers, bro, he's probably not going to get any votes when it comes to I don't know. So I think, bro, he's not giving no answers. People are already turning their back on him. I don't know.
You're making some points. But he does not care. The only thing he seems to care about is the 2020 elections.
Yeah, which is weird.
Like Donald Trump. Come on, bro. There's so many different things to worry about. I promise you, we don't care.
So I don't know, man. Like if he actually has something meaningful to say, that would be very interesting. Now, I will say, if he's talking about election fraud and talking about stolen elections, one Republican lawmaker who people say is not a real Republican anymore, Thomas Massey, he was basically questioning why Republicans keep going on and on about election fraud for a very specific reason. Here's what he said.
I don't think the problem, is that our elections aren't secure because we control the House, we control the Senate, we control the White House, and in some degree, we control the Supreme Court. So I asked my Republican colleagues, why are you complaining about election fraud? We won all the damn elections. The fraud that's going on is we're not holding ourselves to the promises that we made of fiscal responsibility, putting America first, making America healthy. The problem is we're wasting the opportunity that we were given in these elections, that we won, all of them.
That's what I want to know. How come we keep saying there's fraud when Trump is the president and Republicans control literally everything? What do you mean there's fraud? So y'all shouldn't have won? Like, what are you trying to say here?
It's a diversion tactic. He does want you to focus on that. I think it's so tiring. I don't think his base even cares anymore. Nobody cares, DT.
Well, I will say people have been questioning what happened with the 2020 election and why we've been going on and on and on about it and why we haven't had any answers. So I would be interested to see if he actually comes forward with something concrete. Now, that would be crazy. There's speculation that he's going to talk about China and what they may have known and what their involvement may have been in that 2020 election in the lead up to that. But then Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary who's back now from maternity leave, she was asked about this today. She said the information is going to shock you, but that you guys shouldn't listen to all this speculation online. Here's what she said.
You should tune into the president's speech tonight before you jump ahead to conclusions about what's actually in the speech. Again, I've seen a lot of reporting and misreporting about what the president will say.
He's been in office over 540 days now. If what he says is tonight is backed up by evidence, why hasn't anyone been charged?
Well, he hasn't revealed it yet. He hasn't declassified the documents yet, and you will see what he says tonight, and then we'll move forward appropriately from there.
Tonight from the Justice Department?
I don't speak on behalf of the Justice Department, Caitlin. You know that. Rachel.
By evidence, will there be charges?
You'll have to ask the Justice Department. I don't charge people. I just speak on behalf of the president.
Quick question. So, what difference will it make if he does come out and give any type of information about voter fraud or this, that, and that? What difference does it make? In my opinion, is it going to change that he's being president now, or
No.
is it? So I'm confused.
He's trying to push this SAVE Act, which is like a huge overhaul, not a huge overhaul, but a pretty big overhaul of our voting system and basically how people are able to vote and the eligibility specifically. And so if he comes out and says, okay, guys, look at all this evidence I had that the 2020 election was in fact stolen or some shady stuff did actually happen during the 2020 election. Now, here's why I'm justifying the SAVE Act that I literally cannot get through Congress because even my own party won't pass this because it would potentially prevent eligible people from being able to vote.
Okay.
So he could be using this as a launch off point. Obviously, people want to know about the war as well and the economy as well. So we'll have to see, but that's what I think is going to happen. Look, man, if you have evidence, then show it. Let's see it. I mean, if something shady happened, then show us.
Yeah,
I just didn't want to keep hearing about it over and over and over
True.
again with no evidence.
True.
So that evidence better be evidencing, boy. That's all I know. Because if it's some bull, I'm going to be so mad. So make sure you tune into that again. It's 9 o'clock tonight, right after our show ends. In the meantime, it is time for your top stories.
It's the Lionel Rundown.
Okay, so your war report is a little weird today. Wait till you hear about it. But first of all, the U.S. hammered Iran yesterday. And remember, there was a wave of strikes we told you about that happened overnight going into Thursday, happened again, or Wednesday, happened again at 6 a.m., later on at 3 p.m. And then there was said to be major strikes that basically lasted until 9 o'clock p.m. So they're just going hard on Iran right now. And again, the U.S. says they're trying to stop Iran from being able to threaten the Strait of Hormuz and have really been targeting their military assets on the coast. Now, whether or not Iran wants to talk seems to depend on who you ask at this point. Trump says that they do, that they really want to talk. They're begging to talk, per usual. But one Iranian spokesperson said, no, they're done negotiating because they're focusing on defending themselves at this point. In fact, one of Iran's parliament members openly said, we should attack a U.S. base and capture the 100 American troops there and bring them to Iran. And I was thinking, okay, well, if you could do that, and you haven't done it yet, can you really do that? I don't know why they haven't. If the U.S. is blowing them to smithereens every night unchecked and every day, because it's not just nighttime strikes anymore. So that's what they're claiming. And it's not the only threat that they made, because the U.S. is now blocking ships from getting in or out of Iran's ports so they can't move oil. And the IRGC says they're going to do their best to close all the routes that our allies use to transport it as well. So they say it's basically, if we can't export oil, nobody can export oil. And people think what they mean by that is that they're going to start targeting the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, which we've kind of talked about before, but I generated a little picture so you guys can kind of get a good idea of what we're talking about here. So the Bab el-Mandeb Strait is the narrow passage on the other side. So this is how Saudi Arabia has been moving oil to avoid the Strait of Hormuz. And if they block this, that basically blocks their ability to get to Asia. So if you thought gas was disrespectful now, price-wise, imagine if the route and the backup route is blocked. So that's what we're talking about here. Iran doesn't control that strait. They would probably need help from the Houthis in Yemen. We talked about them a couple of days ago. The Houthis are a different militant group that Iran supports. And there are reports that Iran has asked them to bungle up that Bab el-Mandeb Strait. So we will see what happens with that. In the meantime, riddle me this. While everybody's threatening everybody, both sides claim to be attacking each other. Yet in a random side quest plot that really makes no sense to me, Iran reportedly let a U.S.-Iranian dual citizen leave Iran after keeping her there for years. She's been there since December 2024. Her name is Dina Karari. She wasn't in prison. Iran actually never formally charged her, but she wasn't allowed to leave the country. She was accused of espionage and collaborating with a hostile country and was given an exit ban, aka you are banned from exiting this country. But that ban expired back in April, and they still wouldn't let her leave. Now, fast forward to a couple of days ago, July 8th, she had a heart attack, and we just got word that she was actually safe and traveling back to the U.S. Trump said on True Social, okay, Iran has allowed an American citizen who was wrongfully detained in December of 2024, and we can show you this True Social post, to leave the country. She was wrongfully detained in 2024 under Biden to leave the country, and she is now safely outside of Iran and in good condition. The United States of America appreciates this gesture of goodwill by Iran. So I was just thinking, okay, that was nice. Middle of a war, you just let somebody go who's accused of espionage. Apparently, Steve Witkoff, who's helping negotiate, was given her name to raise with the Iranian officials, and they let her go. I mean, it is good news. This woman is said to have just gone over there to visit her family, and then Iran wouldn't let her leave. The U.S. says the espionage accusation was bogus the whole time because they say that she worked for an American tech company and ran a charity helping kids in Iran. But since she had dual citizenship, Iran considered her an Iranian citizen and felt that they could just apply that Iranian law to her and impose that exit ban on her. Until now, when they just let her go. No prisoner exchange, no payment, no sanctions relief, no military promises, just, as Trump said, a gesture of goodwill. I just thought that was very strange. And so did the comment section. The comment section is just confused. Happy for her, but confused. Jive Jean said, well, I'm happy she's been released. My question is, why now? She's a dual citizen. Could she be compromised? We were just telling you guys the other day about that journalist who got stopped at the airport just for covering the funeral. Now they're just going to let her go. Could she be compromised to pose a threat if she's invited to the White House? I mean, what's going to happen? Seems suspicious after the new billboard went up in Iran. That's what I'm saying, man. Kindness of their hearts will be taking that billboard of Trump in a coffin down out of the Capitol. Jimmy wants to know, And why is her release vital to the U.S. interest if she's a dual citizen? I mean, her family is probably thrilled. Imagine going to visit your home country and then find out you literally can't leave. Just very strange circumstances. And also, before we move on, I just want to put this on your radar. The U.S. is apparently quietly looking into possible military options in Cuba. It's always one thing or another with these people. So that is something that's kind of getting more and more traction. That's something that we've known they wanted to do as this Iran thing winds down, just hasn't winded down. So they're talking about it again. Speaking of, Marco Rubio is on a rampage with all the changes he wants to make. First of all, Marco Rubio just announced that he basically wants to go to war with the ICC. The ICC is the International Criminal Court, and here is what he said about it.
For 250 years, Americans have governed ourselves as a free and sovereign people. We choose our own leaders, we determine our own laws, and when we're accused of a crime, we stand for judgment before a jury of our own peers. But today, powerful people in faraway places want to take that away from us. They believe that they should be in charge of your laws, of your country, your life, and they don't care whether or not you agree. Halfway across the world, there's an institution that calls itself the International Criminal Court. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. But as we speak, the ICC and its friends are waging a war against our country. Not with bullets or missiles, but with statutes and compacts and the force of so-called international law. This administration will not sit by as the ICC and its allies seek to threaten our people. If they believe they can deprive us of our sovereignty, we will teach them the full meaning of American resolve.
So I saw that, and I was thinking, now what did they do? So apparently the ICC has had the U.S. on their radar since 2020. They launched an investigation into what the U.S. did during the Afghanistan war. They accused people in the U.S. military and the CIA of committing torture, cruel treatment, sexual violence, and other war crimes against detainees. And that was mainly back in 2003 to 2004, but they were looking into it. And that spiraled into a bigger conflict after the ICC issued arrest warrants for Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and their old defense minister. And basically they accused them of war crimes and crimes against humanity in Gaza. Remember, they had been accused of starving the people of Gaza. So they told the ICC member countries to literally arrest Netanyahu and that defense minister if they ever got the chance to. So they were serious. So Rubio's looking at all this and feels like the ICC needs to butt out and mind their own business, that American actions will only be judged by the American legal system. And the Trump administration actually spent basically all of 2025 sanctioning the ICC judges, ICC prosecutors, the Palestinian rights organizations, basically just people connected to investigations of American or Israeli personnel for those crimes, alleged crimes that I just mentioned. And by December, the Trump administration said, okay, we have 3 demands. Rewrite your treaty so your court can never investigate Trump or the vice president or Pete Hegseth or the other top cabinet administration officials. Drop your case against Israel's actions in Gaza and withdraw Netanyahu and that defense minister's arrest warrants and close the U.S. troops case, or else we're sanctioning the entire ICC as an institution. The U.S. feels America never joined the international court, so that court can't judge American policy. And if the U.S. accepts their authority, Marines and Border Patrol agents and presidents and senior officials could all be in hot water with them. Now, the ICC basically said, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not giving you guys immunity or going for any of that. And all of this is what has Marco Rubio popping off like he did in that video. In fact, earlier this week, he says the U.S. is going to do everything we can to dismantle the ICC brick by brick because America is sovereign and they can basically go bump themselves. Now, Europe is freaking out because every EU country belongs to the ICC. They adhere to the ICC. So Rubio was basically telling everybody to choose sides. So that's playing out. And that's not all Marco's been up to. So this morning, he said countries need to crack down on left-wing violence. He was talking to representatives from more than 60 countries and basically said that everybody always calls out violence on the right, like neo-Nazis, but excuses violence on the left as justified. In fact, there was a study that found left-wing attacks or plots briefly exceeded right-wing incidents during the first few months of last year. It's like 5-1. And he claims it's a problem across the whole world right now that they all needed to collaborate and crack down on. He specifically said the Cuban government helped build this far-left movement. He announced a new policy to deny visas to foreigners who finance or recruit or enable violent far-left networks, and basically said that more violent far leftist groups will be designated as terrorists soon. And I'm all for cracking down on violence as long as they are clear on who they consider to be a terrorist versus a critic. You know, because that line seems very thin these days. And the comment section is split on this. So Bobby P said the American last administration, no belief in the Constitution whatsoever, no morals, no shame. Walter said, yeah, sure, last I checked, Trump isn't making people do anything. He's taking the opposite side. He said, if I recall, it was Biden who said, get a COVID shot or be fired. And before that, Obama said, get my health care or get fined. Learn the difference. Danielle was happy to hear Marco say all that. She said, this is why we need strong borders and real foreign policy. Foreign adversaries fueling domestic chaos. Not surprising, but good to see it said out loud. DMZC said, no, this is just the same old playbook. Keep people fearful with no evidence to support anything they tell us and continue getting into wars that nobody wants. To keep the military industrial complex raking in that cash money. In fact, Liberty peeped that the Cuban government was named as a culprit. Cuba is a struggling country. Everybody was cussing today. Struggling country that has regular blackouts, but they can fund Antifa and be a national security risk. This administration is truly in shambles. So that's what they said on that. In the meantime, this is a story I was trying to bring you guys yesterday. The IRS settlement. So remember the IRS settlement Trump basically made with himself. He sued the IRS for $10 billion because a contractor illegally leaked his tax information to news outlets during his last administration when he was in charge. So now he's suing his new administration for it because he controls the officials running the Justice Department. So it's currently being run by the guy that used to be his personal attorney. We all know this. And in May, Trump agreed to drop the lawsuit and the administration agreed to establish that $1,776 million anti-weaponization fund. And that would have compensated other people who claimed to be politically targeted. And it was basically for his allies and his supporters. So before we forget, it also made Trump and his family members and their businesses protected from any past tax return audits. So that was, not lost upon anybody. But it was said to be dead in the water a couple of weeks ago. We told you that. So this week, a federal judge laid into it, basically said it was a sham, it was never a genuine legal fight, said Trump and the government were on the same side, said that there was never a case or controversy, and that the lawsuit was filed in bad faith to make a prearranged arrangement, an agreement, look like it was a legitimate court settlement, that they filed this to give Trump benefits that you literally could not win through normal litigation, and that the 1776 of it all just looked like political branding. She went in on the lawyers who tried to make this happen and actually ordered one of Trump's lawyers to be referred to the Florida bar for possible discipline for this, and she banned another one of Trump's lawyers from being able to appear in federal court for a year. So fast forward to this week. Again, Trump's old personal attorney, Todd Blanche, who's being considered to take that DOJ position permanently, was asked about where it stands because they keep saying, oh, it's dead, but it's still alive on paper. And we had a quote for you. We kind of have to move past it. I'll just sum it up. He's basically saying that Trump still has a written settlement with the government. This is the fine print that nobody's really talking about. There is still a written settlement with the government promising to make that $1 billion fund. Trump never agreed in writing to strip that fund out of the agreement. So Todd keeps saying, oh, it's dead in the water. But on paper, the Justice Department is technically supposed to be moving forward with the fund. The fact that they're not moving forward with it means down the line, Trump might be able to say the government broke its written promise and sue for the breach of contract. So if we're all on the same page, the DOJ may have never had the legal authority to create this fund, but Trump may still be able to sue for the fact that they didn't create the fund. Do you see what I'm saying here? Pretty nuts. Todd Blanche is saying, well, Trump and the Trump administration hasn't told me that they were going to do that. Yeah, I'm sure they haven't told you that, Todd. Why would they say the quiet part out loud? So I will say that tax audit protection for Trump and his family, that still seems to be in effect. But that is a big reason why Todd Blanche has not been confirmed for that DOJ position. And finally for you, another segment of coincidence, not corruption. I like to tell you guys things that look a lot like corruption, but it's just a coincidence. And this one is going to be very quick and dirty because it actually has something to do with what we will be seeing later. Actually, what we won't be seeing later. So, of course, Trump gets on a teleprompter when he goes and has whatever speech he gives. And it turns out Trump's teleprompter guy is actually getting investigated for possible corruption. So Gabriel E. Perez has been with Trump from the beginning. He's since the 2016 campaign. And now he's in hot water after he was allegedly caught making Kalshi bets on Trump's speeches. We talked about this yesterday. You can make a Kalshi bet on words or phrases or topics that you think Trump or any speaker might mention. Well, hello, this is the teleprompter guy. Investigators say he used the advanced access to Trump's scripts to bet on what Trump was about to say. He's allegedly reportedly among the final people to review Trump's prepared remarks and allegedly reportedly placed bets connected to more than a dozen Trump speeches over roughly 3 months. He reportedly earned more than $100,000. So he allegedly bet on all types of speeches that Trump had. The primetime address last year, his speech in Davos this year, the State of the Union address this year, even a Medal of Honor ceremony. And investigators say something felt a little fishy when his account backed out of bets while Trump was still talking after he skipped a scripted section with a word Perez bet on. So Kalshi said its surveillance systems detected something was a little weird. And ultimately, Perez's account was frozen and more than $90,000 was locked up. Trump reportedly personally ordered Perez to be placed on leave, unpaid leave at that, when he found out about it. And Caroline Levitt said today that Trump feels like the whole thing is a disgrace and deeply unfortunate. So that is what's happening today, and that is your rundown.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Jesus.
You all right, brother?
Jesus.
Oh, my goodness.
I tried to give it to you. My bad. I not to give you that, but I tried to give you your
don't
yeah.
give that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Kalshi bets for the things that Trump may say during these speeches. Y'all want to hear some of the bets that they got?
Yeah.
They know there's a 90% chance that people are betting on that he'll say the Save America Act.
Well, yeah.
Well, you see that. But Iran, some people are betting that he's going to say Iran at least 3 times. And there's like a 37% chance that he will do that. Another person is saying that they're going to say Hormuz, just Hormuz by itself. That's a 33% chance they'll say that. And then 30% chance he'll say fake news. So honestly, if I had a teleprompter, I would probably be doing the same.
Facts. I was thinking the same thing. I was
I
like,
ain't gonna lie.
this is great.
That is literally handed to you.
What?
Like, this is
It
something
sounded like a Rondell
amazing.
move.
Yeah, man. Why wouldn't you take the bets on the stuff that you know? You're an idiot to not. I would have been more of an idiot not to call the homies and be like, yo, y'all need to place bets on these words.
He probably did.
Oh, he had to.
I mean, I can't say that because I don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
man,
I don't
he
know.
probably-
But at the
but-
same time,
He would have been a very bad friend if he did.
I'm actually going to look this up because I want to see if it's illegal and what charge that would even be.
I mean, that sounds like something insider.
Well, I mean, right, but like where the law starts and stops, did he technically break the law? It sounds like fraud.
yeah, it definitely does.
But Kalshi is also. I mean, it's an online betting app, so I don't know. Is it necessarily breaking the law if you're betting online?
Well, if like she has said, if he's like cutting out certain things or switching to different things so he can't say certain words, I mean, then at that point,
Well, he just messed up. He should have just kept his bet in. Then he just kept his bet in.
Trump. The thing more so was that Trump might skip over a section, and his word that he bet on was in that section. So in the real time, he would cancel out that bet.
Oh.
And so they could track that
That's-
account
and
for
that's
how
where
he
he
was
messed
moving.
up.
Yeah,
I
he
would have
should have
started
took the
pointing.
He
loss.
should have took the L. He
Nah.
should have
Took
took
the
the
loss.
L.
Nah, I would have started pointing. Donald Trump. Say
No,
this.
nah,
Say that.
see?
Listen, I'm not even gonna move the teleprompter anymore.
That's how you take the L. You take those little bit of L's that you missed. That way you don't cause any attention to your account.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he hadn't done that, then he might have been, okay, well, surely he might have done this if he knew. So
This guy has telepathy. Good
So
Lord.
he has not been charged right now, but if investigators prove he used advanced, non-public White House speech information to place the bets, it is likely illegal. And so it would be like prediction market, insider trading, or fraud. Likely penalties would be to give back the profits, a civil fine, a trading ban, possibly losing his job.
They got the wrong people in those jobs, man. Why can I get
I
that
low
type
key
of
want to
job?
throw my little dollars in there and see if I could get something to hit, man.
No, facts.
I had a couple last time.
Oh, did you?
I did,
Really?
yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
put that. I mean, I put like very little money.
I think I'm going to do Kalshi tonight, actually.
Oh, man.
We have to go to a quick break while you simmer on that. We'll be right back after this.
oil, those are 50%.
I'm not a betting man, but like this one, I mean, I feel like I'm educated on it. There's not much luck to it. I mean, if you do research on it, I mean, it's an educated bet.
Shit, bro, we talk about it every day.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you listening every day, if you listening to the show every day, I mean,
I'm telling you, like the simple things, like he could like that one that you brought up, Hormuz. Or whatever it was, Strait of whatever it was, that could be something he says, but maybe they tell him, do not say this more than 3 times. Yeah. Or do not say it more than 2 times. Call it the straight. Like, we have to, like, so they get to kind of guide him through that. And you would never be able to prove that.
I'm sure he's going to say Supreme Court somewhere. I'm sure he's going to say, well, somebody said that, wow, that's a stretch. Transgender. He might do it. Who knows?
Only if his people bet on that.
Transgender only
for
his
everyone.
people bet on.
We ended transgender for everyone. He could say that.
Though somebody got 5%. He'll say uranium, crypto / Bitcoin, Bibi Netanyahu.
He got Kamala up there for 17%.
Kamala.
Ooh, this is sounding good.
Sleepy Biden must be on there.
I might have to do a couple frauds because shoot.
Because you know he gonna say fraud somewhere. There's no way he's not gonna say fraud.
I'm telling you, last time it looked like he was specifically avoiding certain. I'm not betting
what?
Because I don't know.
They got a hold of it.
It's water.
Oh, I'm trying to say, maybe there's more bets. I'm sure there is.
There's a ton more. I mean, there's a ton more. Wait,
this is crazy.
Do you have Cowshe?
No, but I might have to do it.
Let me invite you so I can get.
So you can get some.
Yeah. Well, you get a little invite code.
Yeah, let me invite you if you don't have it. I got you right here.
That's funny.
Dang, bro, I'm not trying to bet though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just download it anyway.
I might.
Let me send this over to you so I can get $25.
You know what? But it does make it almost like like watching sports.
It does.
Like it takes a very boring speech and like, all right, are you going to say it? I can't wait to say it. Especially because like, certain topics have certain sections you kind of think they'll be in. So when they move a topic like, oh, is he going to come back? He's going to say it.
Dang, that's crazy.
Man.
Makes me want to.
9 o'clock.
Ooh. Get it in, man. If you got it, if you can.
I bet his fingers crazy. I see on these comments, y'all shouldn't be talking about our president like that. He does eat McDonald's. He's doing very well for an old man who eats a lot of McDonald's.
Every day.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News, everybody. It is time for the sound off.
I thought he was gonna get this.
Sound off.
Oh, we're here.
There you go. That was close.
What's up? Yes, it's time for the sound off. And we recently seen JD Vance go on Joe Rogan's podcast. There was a lot of different things that he did bring up and talk about. But some of the things that I haven't been seeing people actually mention really, at least in the online surface, on the online scene, is the fact that JD Vance ended up commenting on Michelle Obama. And he basically was just going after the public as opposed to the fighter. This is what he said.
Was that more shocking, or when he said Michelle Obama is a man? Which one was more shocking?
Definitely the armbar part. Man, I work in politics. People say crazy stuff all the time.
Michelle Obama's a man is not the best thing to say.
Fair, but the reaction to it to me was still totally disproportionate. What Josh is trying to get is the overreaction in the first place.
Right.
So you give him exactly what he wants.
See, he keeps on basically saying the public is overreacting, we're maybe being too sensitive. He also even brought up Tony Hinchcliffe's clip when he went viral and was talking trash about Puerto Rico. And he also said some stuff about the public also.
And like the worst you could say is, oh, that was an offensive comment and you get on with the rest of your life. People who really flip out about it, I don't understand that. When Kill Tony, do you remember he told like the joke heard around the world in Madison Square Garden during the 2024 election?
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
I'm like, he told a joke. And the person's response is, well, it's not a very funny joke. And my response to that is, you know what happens when somebody tells me a joke that's not funny? I don't laugh, and then I move on with my life.
I guess the question is, because I got a comedian here with me, is the public just overreacting to these things, or are they holding people accountable? In my opinion, at one point I used to think that the public, when they was reacting to all these different things that people would say, trying to cancel people, I thought that they were overreacting, and I was the type of person that subscribed to, oh, get over it, grow up, sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me. But I've grown after going into therapy that people in words, the mean things that people say actually do hurt people. So yes, I think that we should be holding these people accountable, and it's not an overreaction to tell people, hey, you hurt my feelings when you said something wrong. I think that's what's wrong with society, is that people are just expecting people to just get over words, but words are constantly the common denominator when we look at why bad things are happening throughout the world. People don't hold that weight. People don't understand that this is something that is very detrimental to humans, and we should probably pay attention to that as opposed to the overreaction.
I think this boils down to who's saying these words. As a comedian, I think a lot of people put a lot of weight on our shoulders when we say stuff, and hey, what you're saying does affect people. But I mean, you got to look at it like this. I take Tony Hinchcliffe for example. Tony Hinchcliffe is a comedian, and what he said probably wasn't the funniest, but at the end of the day, he's a comedian. His job is to make people laugh. If the joke didn't go over how it was supposed to go over, hey, that is what it is. But it was supposed to be a joke, point blank, period. But I do get what you're saying, though. Words can hurt. Words are effective. The tongue is powerful. And I think a lot of people don't realize how powerful the tongue is. But also, I don't think you should use somebody's words and harness all of that word energy and put it. I don't think you should do that, man. I think you should hear what somebody has to say and move on. I honestly agree kind of with JD Vance a little bit. Like, yo, take what somebody says. If it doesn't apply to your life, if it doesn't affect you by any way, move on. Keep it moving. So that's how I honestly feel people are overreacting.
Now, I literally just started coming into this because I got your boy got healthcare. Got healthcare, so I started going into therapy and things like that. But what I'm saying is, bro, I would almost hold the comedians accountable too. When you are saying mean things, you're hurting somebody's feelings, and although they may laugh, a lot of times, have you ever been in a position where you get joned on by your homeboys, and you might laugh at it because it's funny, but those mean words stick with you, and you start to internalize them, and you start looking at yourself a little bit differently because of what people are saying. We normalize this a little bit too much instead of just saying, hey, that's mean. You probably shouldn't say that.
100%. I agree, but also you have to take into consideration, like, bruh, words are words, bruh. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about a lot of things. Yeah, somebody might say something to me. I might feel a certain way about it, but at the end of the day, are their words going to affect me enough to harm myself or to harm somebody else or to do something that I'm not supposed to do? I'm strong enough mentally now where I'm at in my life to not let those words affect me to that level. Now, if the things if I would be a liar if I was to sit here and tell you that the things people say to me don't hurt me, 100%. But do I care enough to dwell on it and fester in it? No, not at all. So I think people do overreact when certain things are said in the public. Like Michelle Obama is a man. Yeah, that was a wrong thing to say, 100%. But at the end of the day, they not talking about your mama. You know what I mean? You talking about somebody else's mama. That's not your mama that he was talking about. You dig what I'm saying?
That's the issue with this with this whole entire thing. He said it in the atmosphere of the White House. Yeah. It's not like he just said, he said it before, but you're actually at the White House where all of Americans are hearing this. You're talking negatively about a president's wife that we had at one point in time in office. It is something that is detrimental because me as a black person, my feelings are hurt for her because she's a black woman. They don't talk this way about anybody else but a black woman. And there's multiple different things that people are saying that are hurting people's feelings, and we always focus on the overreaction and never hold anybody accountable.
I agree. I agree with words do hurt. I would never disagree with that statement of words do hurt. But I also want to paint this picture of if you are mentally stable and if you're mentally strong and if you have built a shield around you to where anything anybody says won't affect you, then Me doing stand up for 18 plus years, bro, I have built this thick skin, and I can say thick skin, but I mean, it's just literally, I don't let anything anybody says penetrate me. Pause. Like, it's nothing that can hurt me by any means, because it's like, yo, say I've heard it all.
You know why you have thick skin though?
Why?
It's because you're scarred, brother.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're scarred, and you've been getting cut and bruised and beat on constantly, and then you built up a resistance to that. We gotta stop beating up on people. That's where I see it. And can comedians really just be funny without being mean?
Yes, 100%. There's a lot of comedians that can be funny, but that is a genre of comedy. That's a thing that comes along with stand-up. It comes with joking. People get joked, and it's a cultural thing at that too, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, stand-up is a cultural thing when it comes to black people joning on each other. That's a cultural thing. We do it to each other as a cultural thing. Am I saying it's right to do it? Am I saying that we should be doing it to each other? Probably not. You know, there's probably a lot of kids that feelings have been hurt back in the past that I've joked on them, like your shoes or your clothes back in high school, and I know for a fact their parents didn't have the money to get them no new shoes or stuff.
You was one of them.
1,000%. 1,000%.
That's crazy.
But I would be in the circle getting joked on too. You know what I mean? So for you to say, yeah, the reason you got thick skin is because you've been cut and bruised. 1,000%. I have been
It's
beat.
a trauma.
I have been beat up when it comes to jokes. But I only got like that when I got in stand up though.
Stop normalizing it. That's all I'm saying.
I can't stop knowing, because I'm going to continue to joke on people forever.
I get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing that I do forever. I'm never gonna stop joking on people. I'm never gonna stop making jokes about people. You could be at your downed worst, and I'm gonna joke about you.
Hey.
And you know why? And this what happened. I'm gonna tell you why. It's a true story. I called my homeboy up one time, bro, and I'm talking about I'm at my worst. I'm telling, hey man, I really don't want to be here. Da 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 da. And he's another comedian. He goes, really, you don't want to be here? I was like, nah, don't. He was like, all right, well, talk to you later. Click. And that was it. But it was funny enough to where now, bro, I'm thinking about it. It's like, yo, I really do want to be here. But yo, all I'm saying is this, man. Jokes are jokes. People gonna joke on you forever. You gonna get joked about forever. I'm a forever joke on you.
So can't normalize it.
I'm a forever joke on people.
I get it.
I am.
Well, in other news, actually, let's go here. So there is a video going around that has a lot of people talking. It is showing basically a Canadian illegal immigrant slapping a teen for basically wearing Trump clothing on Jersey Shore. Did you guys see this? It's the boardwalk area.
Yeah, let's go to that video real quick, Will. Yeah, so that's the 33-year-old woman that's slapping allegedly, and I can't even say allegedly because this girl is like
she's seen
4K
her, yeah.
4K slapping a girl. And again, it was because she had some like stars and stripes pajamas on, and then her shirt had like 250th on it. It was like I think it did mention something about ICE also. And this woman, she's known for being a liberal. I mean, her husband, he went online and he was talking about, oh, my wife is captured right now. She's going through it right now. But he's a liberal also. And it's one of those things where it's like, no matter what, there was no excuse to go up to this girl and slap her.
That's crazy.
She's 16 years old.
This is the definition of words shouldn't hurt you right here. This is the definition of it.
Yeah.
This shouldn't bother you. You should read it. You should have read that shirt and kept it moving.
I hear it.
You know what? Especially because if this were on the flip and somebody, like, let's say black was slapped for wearing Obama shirt,
Bruh.
man, the people would have burned it down.
Come on now.
But people are burning it down and holding her accountable right now. She's in ICE custody, actually, because she's a Canadian, and she also was an illegal Canadian.
Dang.
And that's
illegal.
bold. To know that I should not be here and I'm slap you for supporting the president of your country is crazy.
It's almost terroristic. I hate to say it. That sounds that's what it sounds like. But I ain't gonna give her that. She was charged with simple assault, endangering welfare of a child. It says her harassment and obstruction also. So she's still in ICE custody. The husband made multiple videos saying, I can't reach my wife. You know, she's gone, y'all. I can't even reach her.
She must not watch the news. You didn't find out how bad ICE custody was, that you did not want to be there, that you might not get let out for like a year in some cases? Boy, you shouldn't have done that.
And she might be somewhere else in the year. She might not even be back in Canada. She might be in Mexico or Guatemala.
Somewhere in Africa.
Yeah, she might be somewhere in Africa. You might want to find her quick. But they start shipping people out.
Yeah,
It's in Uganda.
Going through it right now.
Crazy. Also crazy. So we have a quick update on the reflection pool. So as we told you before, Trump tried to redo the reflection pool. It was supposed to take, $2 million, give or take. Took $16 million, give or take. And they had to drain the whole thing because they say that somebody damaged it or multiple people went and damaged it. Somebody specifically took a box cutter or some knife and did a whole 350-foot gash in the pool. So they've drained it. And people, first of all, notice that is not blue.
Yeah.
So how does it already look faded from American flag blue and looks like poo-poo gray?
The sun? Well, right there is a piece of it, and then it looked like they ripped up the rest of it.
This was supposed to last 100 years, is the situation. So they have blocked it off because they have to do these repairs. And another thing people that peeped is that there is no gash in that pool. And we all saw all that caravan worth of cars go through the whole pool area when I think Trump wanted to get a look at it. And everybody was like, you're going to drive right on top of this work you just did. And so, people think they're seeing tire marks. I don't know if those are tire marks. I'm not there. I can't see. I don't know what that is. But it does not look like somebody took a gash through the pool.
Well, they did say that he did get it for the Lolo. He knew old boy. It was one of his homeboys that he knew and that he got to contract and work on it. And this just goes to show sometimes you gotta go outside of your friends and who you know. And sometimes going the more expensive route is better. He probably shouldn't have cut corners when it came to America, at least. I hate to say it.
He got money. Why ain't
No. He said that it was supposed to be for the Lolo and ended up paying $16 million.
Exactly. I know that. But honestly, $16 million when I heard it for a pool, that it didn't sound that expensive when it came to an American pool. I could see something being spent $50 million. You think about it, 100-something years. That's very expensive for it to be. It's a very expensive job for it to be an American thing that's supposed to last another 100 years. Like $16 million sounded cheap to me.
$2 million is what it was supposed to be. 16 came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, I can say that the people who have been charged, well, not even charged, but they've been charged, the people who've been accused of damaging this pool, they've been pleading not guilty. In fact, that former Olympic canoer who was implicated in all this, his name is David Hearn. He pleaded not guilty last week in DC. And, he said he just, again, reached inside to touch the sealant that was already lifting. And so people just notice, now that it's been drained, first of all, it looks gross. They've seen a little bit more algae. They've seen a little bit more gunk on the bottom. And it's like, why are you trying to blame Americans for this? This is kind of crazy.
So are they going to... I'm a little mad about this.
We messed that one up.
Yeah, I'm a little mad about this, actually.
And now we're just going to have to pay more, actually.
Is he going to talk about this in the thing tonight?
Ooh.
Probably.
Is he going to address this?
Because, we have the Interior Secretary who's been trying to be supportive of Trump and what he's been saying about it. And he says that he is going to repair the vandalism that was done, fill it back up again. And, everybody is kind of going with that narrative. So I'm assuming everybody around Trump is telling him it was, in fact, vandalism. So he could.
So he's going back to the same contractors to do this job?
I have no idea. Well, I don't know, but he should be, because I thought we had said last time or a couple days ago that they said that they would do the fixes for free since they're the one who messed it up.
Exactly.
That's the least you could do. 16 mil later that lasted a couple of weeks. Not even. You guys got some nerve asking for another $1. So, of course, now they have that dark fence surrounding it just so that, probably so people don't troll. But anywho, something else that we have got to talk about. There has been crazy weather lately and crazy just air quality related incidents that have been honestly sweeping across the country. So we'll start off first in Texas, only because that's kind of what the most pressing, urgent matter is right now. So heavy rain has been falling for days across parts of southern and central it's like south central part and the southwest part of Texas. And so this is what it looks like. It has been swallowing homes up. This is around the Uvalde, Kerrville, Hunt, Comfort, and Fredericksburg area specifically. Now, forecasters told these people that it could be really, really bad. They try to tell everybody, make a plan. don't get caught off guard by this because the ground was already soaked, so it couldn't hold a lot more water. So the storms apparently just kept hitting that same area over and over and over again and wouldn't move away. So all that water kept building up. And so the flooding became a lot worse overnight, Wednesday into Thursday into today. And officials just started telling everybody, hey, this is like a really high level flood warning. Get to higher ground or get out of this area as quickly as you can because it's about to get weird. And parts of Uvalde County got as much as 28 inches over 3 days. Whoa. Some people got 6 to 15 inches in about 1 day. And it is just not getting much relief right now because basically the way their terrain is, they have a lot of steep hills and they have a lot of rocky terrain. So it doesn't just seep in the ground and the rivers and the creeks just flood. That's what happened last time.
So are they de-elevated or something? They're like at the bottom of the hills?
Some areas might be. I don't know. There's a lot. Because do you guys remember when that Camp Mystic flooded last year?
Oh, yeah, with the kids.
Was that last year or was that 2 years ago? I can't remember.
It was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
It was last year. Yeah, that's right. Because it was like a dang near a year from
when
now.
we started doing
it was like
this.
July 4th or so. And yeah, it's the same area that's getting hit dang near a year apart. And that river is flooding as well. Like the levels are rising. So it's pretty nuts that they're going through this. Homes, bridges, cars, everything's getting flooded.
It's so interesting when stuff like this happens because you would automatically think, I mean, when you think of like flooding, you automatically think, hey, we have a sewer system, or hey, we have some type of system to drain all this water out. Why do places flood? You know what I mean? This is so, I never understood, like when Hurricane Katrina happened, like, the levees broke and things like that. I was like, oh, so why isn't the water not, flooding into the sewers, or is going out into the rivers, or is going? I never understood why places flood. I've never understood why places flood, bro.
Well, see, Katrina, if you watched a couple documentaries on those,
that was a whole nother thing.
They basically sank that city.
Yeah, that was a whole nother
They didn't
thing.
have a chance. But this one, I mean, I don't know what they can do about that river. The river, even in this case, says it reportedly climbed about 32 feet in 4 hours. What do you do with that? What do you do with that? Another section rose roughly 22 feet in less than an hour. That means you have to be gone.
Yeah,
as soon
you
as you
gotta
know
be
it's
out
a
of there.
problem, like you got 30 minutes. So, I mean, it's really it's crazy. And that's not the craziest thing that's happening in the country right now. So, first of all, part of our country is impacted by what's happening in Canada. Canada's having some wildfires that are absolutely bat-ish crazy. We can show you what a piece of this looks like.
That is fake. God, dog.
That is wild.
That's something out of a movie, bruh.
I saw a report, and I need to look this up. I want to say the area that this boat is fleeing from, they basically all had to get on boats and go. Like the way that the smoke and the fires were impacting it. I need to look this up.
So it was no way for them to stay up. That's
honestly,
wild.
you would want to flee from that though. There's no staying back and trying to get
what? I did see this video.
Crazy. Yes, and this is another video showing kind of the same parts of Canada going through all this. Imagine you are in there.
Yeah.
What do you think you're about to die?
They actually survived this though. They survived this. Yeah. I read that I read that everything around them died, but the dudes inside the train survived.
Wow.
Yeah, the other video that I was showing you guys, because a lot of that area is only accessible by canoe or boat, a lot of people had to just try to go figure out how to get people out of that part of their territory with whatever boats they had. So they had like 6,000 to 10,000 visitors that had to be cleared from that wilderness.
Really?
So we're talking about young campers, a lot of people who had to be cleared. And so we have that fire and we have all this smoke, and look at what it's doing to the air quality. And this is a huge chunk of the country. We can show you this map that's now being impacted by this atmospheric smoke. It's going all the way down. What does that look to, like North Carolina?
Yeah, Virginia. That's Virginia.
Is that
right there.
Virginia?
Yeah.
So the northeast of the country is just getting it. And look at New York. The sky in New York was yellow, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is great.
That looks like
That's eerie,
end
man.
of times.
Yeah, man.
I'd be like, what happened? Imagine you don't know what's going on in Canada, and you just like, wait a minute, like you just woke up to this?
I was about to say, you took a nap and woke up. You look outside your window, you're like, did I die? Hold on now.
Crazy.
Did Jesus come back and he left me? This is wild.
Right, left me here with this.
Oh, this sucks.
And that wasn't even, Niagara Falls was just straight up yellow. That's the before and after. That is not a sepia. That's not any kind of a filter. That's literally what the sky looked like. Look at the video. Isn't that crazy?
Wild.
And it takes a long time for this to dissipate too. Like it takes a long time for that smoke to like actually go and leave and actually have regular breathing air again, bro. It takes a minute.
Yeah, man. California, they're also getting it on the other side of the country just for other unrelated reasons to this. It's just very crazy to see how the whole country dang near is just getting hit by this crazy weather.
They said in
And
Revelations.
air conditions.
They said in Revelations things like this would happen. But we not
Think so?
Oh, bruh. Y'all don't read the Bible. Okay.
So they say parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York reached very unhealthy or hazardous air quality because of this. And in California, they also have, California always has a wildfire risk. And like you were saying the other day, it's extremely hot, hotter than normal. So it's a lot going on. And then, Will, you found a video, kind of like a producer surprise kind of video.
This one's from the Texas floods.
Okay.
And you'll see.
Oh, wow.
Are those deers?
Oh.
Wow.
And they don't know what to do, bro. That sucks.
You know what? I'm glad
That's
they
how
can
bad it is.
swim.
That
A
sucks.
fourth.
Yeah, it's like a whole family.
Oh.
Hey, you know how confused them deer probably are right now, bro. They probably are in that water like, bro, what is going on? Where is the land?
This really makes me sad, actually.
Yeah, that sucks.
You know what? But a deer has hit my car, so I really shouldn't care that much. But no, I look
that's
like
messed up.
that was messed up. I got $3,000 worth of damage to my car.
Okay,
when it hit me in the middle of the night.
That's my
Now,
bad.
How about that?
Okay, all right, my bad. My fault. My
But I
fault.
still feel for the deer. And then was that the other one?
And
The
Tommy
only one?
had a video
Tommy
too.
has a video.
This one's not confirmed to be from the flood, but it's related.
Okay.
Was that a raccoon?
Oh.
Yeah, they saved it out of the water.
They saved the raccoon out the water? Yep.
Ew.
Would have left it.
Yeah.
Y'all are.
We don't mess with raccoons, bro.
Come on, Animal
Ew.
Planet.
Nah, we not on no raccoon. Hey, y'all have never heard raccoons have rabies.
Ugh.
Oh, but look how grateful it is.
Yeah, it's grateful for now. As soon as you let it on land, it's gonna bite you.
It's so
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually, I'm not,
It would be a white person to say.
Ugh. And he's letting it crawl on it?
What was it? Well,
I wasn't going to say it.
oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't be
that is
touching
so
it.
sweet.
Couldn't
No,
be doing
not at
that.
all.
I bet it kisses it in the mouth.
That's definitely white people activity.
Yeah.
I saw a firefighter giving like a pigeon some oxygen in California. I mean, the air quality has just been crazy.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, man,
That's-
so
The housing market over there in Uvalde is like really good though. I will say
bet it
that.
is.
I mean, it's not that. I mean, compared to other places, I mean, it's pretty cheap over there. So if you're thinking about buying anything in Texas,
Well, they gotta
I
take
bet you that homeowners insurance is expensive.
it's crazy.
they probably
I
don't
didn't
even
even
insure
think
people
of
at
that.
some
It's
point.
crazy.
Yeah, man. Some insurance companies stop insuring people in like
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
I thought California after those
Yeah, California
wildfires too.
too.
Oh, really?
So yeah, man, people got screwed. Also, okay, this is a story that we've been trying to bring to you guys for a couple days. Now we have just a little bit of time, so let's get to it. Somebody created a ghost font that humans can read, but AI can't. So this is kind of just an experiment type of situation. It would hide words inside of moving visual noise. And so in any a single like paused frame, the screen would look like random dots or just television static like that. But the dots form the letters in one moving direction and the background dots move in a different direction. So humans should be able to see what the words say and AI can't. And we have an example, right? So
Yep.
you at home can see if you know what these words
You
say.
guys ready?
Yep. Hot 97 News.
Hot 97 News.
Watch when I pause.
You shouldn't have given it away.
Ooh.
Oh.
Crazy, right?
Yep.
That's wild.
You saw it already?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. Tommy showed me before.
So the AI can't read this at all.
No.
No.
Not yet.
Huh.
But see, I don't know. Some people are excited about it because they say, okay, maybe there is a way to beat AI. Like maybe there is a way to communicate and just perceive something that AI can't. Because have you guys heard that there is a website where AIs just talk to each other?
Yes.
And
Yes.
humans
Yes.
aren't allowed on? I'm
Yes.
not even kidding.
I have seen that, bruh.
That's still a thing. It's still going strong, and we do not talk about that enough as a society.
No,
What do you
we don't,
mean
actually.
AI can just talk to each other and are having conversations right now that we're not privy? What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. So,
That is
I
not allowed.
guess. But anyway, we have got to leave it right there. We'll be right back after this break. Nobody on the internet.
What's the theory? Dead internet theory?
They say that.
Oh, I believe that.
It's gotten larger. There's full Reddit threads for just AIs.
Talking to each other? I believe it.
Did I not give you the video of what happened in Santa Monica? That sucks. What happened in Santa Monica? I knew I was missing something. Yes.
Bismarcky.
That sucks. Because a water main break is one thing, but what happened to them is like another. So without showing it, oh, this sucks. Disservice. Guys, I did a disservice by you guys. What are the chances if I found it right now, you could put it in the show? I mean, yeah. I saw here. I don't know. Let me give you this.
Today's the 5th anniversary, just in case y'all don't know, of the
It's in this
Just
view
a
right
Friend
now.
song.
I don't know if this is the same one you saw.
Bismarcky, Just a Friend song. Shout out to Super.
Yes, boy. The way I would have.
That was disgusting, bruh. And it was crawling
I
on
see
her.
the Jeep one. The Jeep
It was
one's
crawling
good.
on her chest
We're
too.
back now with a Fox News alert, and you are looking.
Bro, that was disgusting.
Yeah. My bad. Oh, I'm so upset I didn't find more video for this. I'm heartbroken. That sucks. I knew I was forgetting something. But this is going to at least paint the picture. This is better than nothing for sure. Oh, this other story. Please kill it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
My large cup says Stanley. Super.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News, everybody. We are starting off with a recap of your top stories just in case you missed it. So, first of all, the U.S. hammered Iran with multiple major waves of strikes on Iran, and they were mainly allegedly targeting coastal military assets because they're trying to stop Iran from being able to threaten the Strait of Hormuz. So, I mean, waves after waves all day yesterday. It ended at 9 o'clock. And then Iran threatened to retaliate by blocking other Gulf countries from exporting oil. Remember, the U.S. put a blockade on them, said, you guys can't export anything, but everybody else over here, you guys can. And now we're going to go ham on Iran and make sure they can't bungle up the Strait of Hormuz. Well, yeah, now Iran's saying, okay, well, if we can't export oil, nobody is. And there are reports that they have asked their allies, the Houthis in Yemen, which is another militant group, to threaten the Bab al-Mandeb Strait. That is the backup sea route to get oil out of Saudi Arabia. All you need to know is that would be a disaster for our gas prices. There are 2 straits out there that lead to the open sea and contributes to our whole gas economy worldwide, and it would be a disaster if they bungled up the backup route. Yet in the middle of all that fighting, Iran unexpectedly released a U.S.-Iranian dual citizen named Dina Karari, which is fantastic news for her and for her family. But there was no prisoner exchange, no payment, no sanctions relief, no real reason to have released this person they accused of espionage and banned from exiting the country for years. They just released this person. Trump said it's a gesture of goodwill, and he's good with it. A lot of people have questions about that. Also, Marco Rubio is just going hard these days. First of all, Rubio vowed to help dismantle the ICC brick by brick because they say that they have no business investing U.S. troops or investigating U.S. troops or Israel or putting out arrest warrants for Israeli leaders like Benjamin Netanyahu. And the ICC is coming after the U.S. and Israel over allegations of war crimes and just heinous actions in the Afghanistan war for the U.S., for the Gaza war for Israel. And so the U.S. is basically threatening to bring the ICC down unless the ICC backs off all of those investigations, all those cases involving American and Israeli officials, and essentially gives Trump and other top American officials immunity from being investigated. So the EU is freaking out about that because they belong to the ICC. Rubio's basically asking everybody to choose sides. We'll see what happens with that. Rubio also announced a crackdown on far-left violent groups and said that more groups will be designated terrorists as this effort goes on. Also, Trump's IRS settlement is in the news because a judge just straight up blasted Trump's proposed IRS settlement that he was going to get, you know, that whole $1.776 billion, $1.776 million anti-weaponization fund, basically for his allies. The judge blasted the fund, blasted the lawyers, said that this whole thing was a sham legal case just designed to give them a prearranged agreement. So it is what it is. Todd Blanche, who is currently trying to be confirmed as the true DOJ head instead of the acting DOJ head, did just confirm as well that the fund has been declared publicly dead, but the written agreement reportedly still contains that fund promise. Trump never removed it in writing, which means that Trump technically could later on argue that the government breached their settlement, even if the DOJ may have never had the authority to give that settlement to him in the first place. So we will see what happens with that. Also, this was a coincidence, not corruption segment case, but Trump's longtime teleprompter operator, Gabriel E. Perez, is accused of secretly betting on words and topics for Trump speeches that he already knew Trump was about to say. Investigators say he placed bets tied to more than a dozen Trump appearances and reportedly made over $100,000. So Kalshi found out, Kalshi froze his account. He ended up having like $90,000 locked up, $90,000 plus, and Trump reportedly placed him on unpaid leave and said the situation was a disgrace. And that is your top story. So if you missed the full top stories breakdown, we have you covered. Tune in for the Law and Rundown. It's been moved to 7 o'clock Monday to Friday. And of course, we'll always have the recap at the top of 8 o'clock. But now it is time for the Daily Drop. And this is your daily drop of news from around the country. And today we are starting off in Atlanta.
Yes, so a Texas man actually ended up calling flocks safety, you know, the flock cameras that we've been seeing all around town. He called them up and he threatened them out there in Atlanta, and he mainly was targeting the Jewish employees. So he called them. He had said some homophobic comments. He had said some anti-Semitic comments. And then ultimately he went ahead and said he's going to apparently kill the employees if he sees them. So they ended up yoking him up. Yep, they picked him up. They said, all right, that's not okay. They arrested him in July, and they went ahead and charged him with transmitting threatening communication through interstate commerce. And he's currently facing 5 years in prison. And crazy enough, he's the fourth person in 12 months prosecuted in Georgia for anti-Semitic threats. So a lot of people, it's kind of shaky. A lot of people have been coming out, voicing their opinions, even beating and breaking these cameras that they do see. But it never should get to the point to where you're threatening somebody because of who they are or because of what they're doing, in a sense.
Yeah, what does him having to be Jewish have anything to do with being a flock?
I mean,
he's in Texas?
Yeah, so he's in Texas, but it started out here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They're based out here in Atlanta. So he called them and was like, look, y'all, I'll do this, and this. You Jewish. And then he went on about them. He called them homophobic. It is really bad. It's really bad.
Wait, how did he know they were Jewish though? Is my question.
Do you want to look up the flock cameras owner? You want to see if he's Jewish? Or
Is he Jewish?
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. Flock camera CEO.
If that's the case, then I get it. But if he's just calling the flock people and being like, "Oh, you Jewish person," yeah, that's. That is like little. Yeah, you're just reaching at that point. You gotta.
The guy's name is Garrett Langley. He hasn't came out and said that he is Jewish or not, so we don't know that. But you know what it is? It's the online. Everybody's been to everybody. He's probably just been listening to online people and online theories, and he just made that call.
Just threw the Jewish community in there
for no reason.
For no reason. How they catch a stray?
Bro, we
That's
know
so
that they've been
messed up,
getting
bro.
attacked. Yes, they've been getting attacked online.
But just why the flock safety cameras? Like, why am I going to call from Texas to people in Atlanta?
Well, we run it here.
Yeah.
We run it. We
But why? But
I don't get that.
Why did
He said, I'm going
what
to
is-
take it to the headquarters because, it's all around.
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
it have to do? Like, what did he?
You want to hear what he said? He said, I didn't want to say it, but he said, he went ahead and said, film me and see what happens. I'll find you and kill you.
Oh, he's upset about having
the
flock cameras all around.
I just don't understand how the Jewish people got pulled into
He's
it.
assuming probably that the
Jewish
maybe they
people-
own the
Yeah, they
company.
own the company because of online.
Well, you should probably do your research, sir, and figure out who actually owns it, and then call them out their name. But don't,
I know the whole community.
Yeah, don't just throw a whole community under the bus.
Anywho, there was a massive water main break in Santa Monica, and we
back now
have
with the
got
Fox
to cut the volume off. Yes, because we'll have to get this in there last minute. There's water main breaks, and then there's this. This, you had to see it to understand how crazy this was. So this happened in West Hollywood near Santa Monica Boulevard and the Sunset Strip. Big tourist, oh my God, tourist area. Big tourist area. It was a huge 36-inch water pipe that burst shortly after 3 o'clock in the morning this morning. So Thursday, July 16th. And it happened beneath Sunset Boulevard. And so, everybody's getting the reports around 3:55 in the morning. That pipe was installed back in 1916.
Oh, wow.
More than 100 years old. So they were already scheduling to replace this thing as a part of a high priority infrastructure project. And this is exactly why it was high priority right here.
Goodness, LA can't catch a break to save their
They can't
lives.
look, but they low key could use the water.
I was literally just about to say, y'all cannot afford to waste no water
And you
out there.
can't afford to
y'all
waste
can't
it.
afford to waste no more. Nobody right now can afford to waste any water with
Facts.
these data centers, with the heat. We need our water as of right now, bro.
So they have not said at this point what caused this to happen, but this was so bad. I mean, it flooded apartment buildings. Ooh. It flooded underground garages. There were 24 cars flooded in one garage alone. It rushed downhill. I mean, parked cars were partially submerged. This was a disaster for this community. Washed away soil beneath roads and sidewalks, and there was a sinkhole that opened up.
I saw that. I did see that. You know what I really feel about this though, man, is everybody, because I know people out there ride dirty. So I know it's a lot of people out there with no car insurance on their cars.
No.
And they just got a flooded car, and now you just have to deal with it. You don't even have insurance to even cover that. It's just a wrap for your whip. Over with.
Also, they don't deal with rain like that.
They don't.
So they don't even drive in wet conditions
Dog,
like that.
when I tell you the worst place you think Atlanta people can't drive in the rain, California people are the worst because they never get it. Oh my God. You would think that it was hell coming down from the sky, bro.
Really?
They're horrible at driving in the rain.
Mind you, 2 people fell in that sinkhole.
Dang.
Oh.
Yes, 2 men fell in the sinkhole when the sidewalk collapsed beneath them. They dropped roughly 2 to 3 feet.
Rich.
Were able to climb out. Reportedly, they weren't injured, but that just means that they did not receive the blessing as it was given to them.
No, they did not.
Because you let me fall through your city sinkhole.
The city?
Boy,
You said the city? Man.
not injured.
What?
Okay.
Nah, I ain't climbing out. I'm gonna, hey, can y'all get somebody to help? But I am never getting out of that sinkhole, bro. Oh, man. We're going to take it all the way over to Texas, though, man. Texas authorities say a World Cup human trafficking crackdown called Operation Offside led to 61 arrests, 79 criminal charges, and 28 victims rescued in Montgomery County. Thank God, because this is what they were worried about in the World Cup in the beginning. They were really worried about the trafficking, and they were really worried about it coming out of Atlanta. So it's kind of wild that it's, they had all this happen in Texas. Investigators began planning this back in October because major international events can attract both crowds and criminals looking to exploit vulnerable people. So undercover teams worked throughout June targeting suspected traffickers, child predators, and people trying to purchase victims with help from local, state, and federal agencies, plus survivor support nonprofits. This is absolutely incredible. I'm so surprised we haven't gotten our numbers back here in Atlanta.
Yeah, we probably will though.
You know what I mean?
Just ended. It just ended. They just started wrapping up. I've seen them taking things down, taking down gates and things like that. Those numbers is probably going to be coming soon.
You think our numbers are going to be through the roof?
I don't know though, because I thought that we was going to be cutting up a little bit more now that we had company, but
did.
we really was well
Bro,
behaved.
very well behaved.
The company
bro.
was dang near worse than we were.
I mean, real talk.
They were.
Real talk.
They were. They
Real
were.
talk.
They were.
So out in Florida, right, there's this viral video going on right now. Look at this right here. So there's Blue Angels. It's basically, our jets that we use for performances and things like that. Out in yesterday, Pensacola Beach, they basically had an air show. And as you can see, the Blue Angel jet was way too close than they had expected it to be. You can even hear it in the sounds. It's like crazy.
I was actually in South Carolina when they did that military flyover of, were they Apaches? Whatever those helicopters are. And everybody was freaking out right after 4th of July. And they were like, oh, they came. There was like 4 of them. And they were going up and down the coast. And should they have been doing that? Everybody I was on the boat with was like, this is not normal. I thought they surely must have been going to a show or coming back from a show or something like that. Apparently that was not normal. So I think they've been doing these flybys just to, I don't know, boost morale.
That's exactly what Pete Hegseth said, actually. Pete Hegseth, he actually came out because people was like, yo, this is way too close. This is dangerous. He came out and he said flyovers will continue until morale improves. So he's going to keep these things. He's going to keep these things
Y'all
rolling.
either going to die or y'all going to be happy. Which one is it? And if you can die and be happy, you can do both.
Listen, man, if y'all drop money from those planes,
morale is up through the
morale
roof.
rose. Don't just fly the plane. You going halfway there with it. Because this does not excite me. It is cool. I will say that people were freaking out about it. It is cool. Like, you'd be like, did that just happen for real?
Yeah, it's cool. But I mean, even the authorities came out and said, hey, we are apologizing. It flew a little bit lower than we expected it to.
It was too low.
So we was worried about it, but they came out and said nobody's getting fired. Everything's all good. We'll keep it going if we need to.
Hegseth doesn't care what those boys do.
I know. He
does not care.
Let
Remember
him
they
have
flew
it.
by Kid Rock's house?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes. See, but I don't think they were actually fully understood the magnitude of that, because there could have been a kid that, playing ball, or me, being me, I probably would have threw something in the air, see if I could hit the plane.
Oh.
Yeah, I probably would have been like, let me see how close it is. Oh, that is really close. Oh, my bad.
That's it's a lot of tax dollars for a stunt. The country is broke now.
That is
pulling out the planes.
Country's in debt. You were talking about Doge and looking for money and savings. How about you put the planes down?
Put the planes up.
Anywho, in Arizona, there is a crazy Medicaid fraud scheme that a Native American woman is actually trying to sound the alarm on. She's actually leading a class action lawsuit on what happened to her. So she says that she went to a sober living home to get clean. And she ended up with a lot more health issues than when she went in. So her name is Randy Lynn, and she said she was living in a facility in Phoenix, and she said that roughly 20 licensed group homes were packed into one neighborhood. So now we're all in here together. That's great, whatever. So she says on Christmas Eve back in 2022, she was detoxing from an alcohol binge, complained that she didn't feel well, so a house manager gave her a pill that turned out to be fentanyl.
What?
Dang.
What?
I'm already here because I'm trying to get sober.
What?
Don't get me. Fentanyl is crazy. So she went into cardiac arrest. She suffered oxygen loss to her brain. The lawsuit claims that she was left with a traumatic brain injury at that. So she says she can't walk, she can't swallow, she requires a feeding tube, she needs 24-hour care for the rest of her life.
What?
And apparently Arizona's American Indian Health Program lets approved providers bill Medicaid directly for addiction. So the claim is that these people are possibly, potentially, allegedly trying to get these people addicted to keep raking in that money.
Yeah.
More people who are addicted to fentanyl, more money we get.
Yeah, 100%.
Drug dealers. That's exactly what drug dealers do.
Facts.
Basically.
Facts.
They literally put the fent in their own drugs
they can
just
come
to
back.
get them to come back.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh.
So attorneys say that these criminals exploited the system by recruiting Native Americans from Arizona and Utah and New Mexico and Montana and the Dakotas, and brought them to fake sober living homes and billed Medicaid for the treatment that was either rarely or never provided. And meanwhile, you got all these people who are going through things. You've got basically one description that says this is basically human trafficking and Medicaid fraud, because they were going to find people at gas stations, at grocery stores, bus stops. They were promising them food, they were promising treatment, housing, all this kind of stuff, and then lo and behold, now I'm hooked on whatever I'm hooked on.
That's
Crazy.
There's drug dealing and then there's this.
Yeah.
Like this is like a higher drug dealing. I mean, they're literally doing this on a government level. That's interesting.
So a lot of people were wondering, now how did this even go on for
right.
any stretch of time? Because that's crazy. Like, how is it that easy to fraud the system?
Yeah.
All I have to do is pick up a couple people from a bus stop and then get my whole setup involved in a Medicaid program and then get incentivized to keep them there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is kind of wild, though.
Nobody has been charged with negligent homicide or manslaughter in connection with these alleged deaths, because there have been people who've died in this whole shebang. But, Arizona's tried to have this lawsuit dismissed, but it is continuing for now because they say that they are due something.
That's wild, bro.
Crazy.
Speaking of criminals, Rikers Island criminals, they actually got a chance to be normal for a day. For one afternoon, Rikers Islands look a lot less like one of the country's most troubled jails and a lot more like a World Cup watch party, which it was. More than 100 inmates with at least 30 days of good behavior gathered in the intake center gym to watch Argentina beat England 2-1. I know that had to feel like $1 million to them, bruh. With tables set up, a big projection screen, and even the soccer ball balloons around the room. New York Mayor Mamdani stopped by before kickoff, talked soccer, shook hands, and congratulated one inmate who said he's going home later that day. Inside the room, Argentina and England fans were sitting side by side, cheering, groaning, hugging. It just felt like one big party in jail. But at that moment, nobody was in jail. Everybody was a normal person.
At the bar,
they
basically,
were
watching it with a bunch of people.
Exactly, bruh. So shout out to Rikers Island for doing it, because Rikers Island is probably one of the most treacherous jails in the America, next to like ADX and stuff like that. But
I thought Rikers was shut down, actually.
That's
crazy.
They tried to shut down Rikers multiple times. Rikers Island is a terrible jail.
Don't take, bro. I'm sorry. You telling all that? It didn't sound like it was much. I mean,
what you
I hate
mean?
to say. What I'm saying is, like, you can't. I don't understand why people are so not bent out on going to jail, but like why people keep doing bad things. Because that's a good environment. Like, y'all get to hang out and watch.
But you have to have 30 days of good behavior. And
Right.
in Rikers Island, that's hard, man.
All you did was get a TV.
No, you got a big projection screen. You got a, it was like
Good job.
It was like a watch party.
Good job.
That man's a hater,
Man,
dog.
That story right there is keeping me away from prison.
But a lot of these,
I'm telling you right now.
But you got to understand, a lot of these people that probably got a chance to watch this have probably been in Rikers for like years.
For sure.
So you know what I'm saying? This right here is like, oh snap, I'm not in jail for once. Like, I'm in jail, but right now it does not feel like I'm in jail. I get to enjoy being a civilian for 90 minutes.
I'm saying that's good for them, but for me, that's incentive. That's keeping me away from it.
Oh, okay.
Preventative.
Yeah.
Well, that is your daily drop, but we also have a couple stories we want to get to, see if we can squeeze them both in. So first one is out of Florida. It's in Jacksonville, and there is an officer in Jacksonville who is probably in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, his name is Shane Sadik. He's 43 years old, and actually he ended up being arrested on Tuesday based off of what he basically did in this video. So this video, it's very alarming. The person that he had in the video, I'm going to show it to you. He was handcuffed at the time of the arrest. So let's go ahead and see that.
Fingers. All right, I'm gonna put it. Stop moving your fingers. Grabbing on me. Stop. I told you, I warned you multiple times you're gonna get punched. If you keep grabbing on me and moving your fingers. Stop.
My gosh.
Yeah, you understand now? Stop.
A little aggressive is crazy. Seeing that this man is actually...
Move.
Oh!
Stop moving your finger.
His fingers? That's what you hit him for? Because of his fingers?
I think what he was trying to do was like get his... I honestly don't know exactly what he was trying to get with the fingers, but I do know that the man that he had was arrested. The man was arrested because he had an open container in his car.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he had an open container in his car. Apparently, he was intoxicated from some of the reports that I was seeing, and he was just trying to get him to listen. But like, that's definitely not the way you get somebody to listen.
I thought maybe that person must have like attacked the police, ran, caused like 6-car pileup, just open. If you don't just take that man to jail,
Exactly.
that's crazy.
Exactly.
He could be like drunk,
Yeah.
moving his hands.
Now the other officer that was there, they ended up reporting it immediately. So
Oh,
that's
good job.
good job to them. So as soon as they reported it, that's when he got sent on suspension, and apparently he is being pushed to, like, they're trying to fire this guy.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, and honestly, this was his first instance. I mean, going back, like, he hasn't had any incidents. He's only been on the force for about 3 years. No prior incidents. You still don't get a pass in my book.
They don't like that man. He been on the force for 3. They've been waiting for him to do something wrong. Because you tell they push for fire. You know how many police do stuff like this, and they be like, "Yeah, man, just go on administrative leave. Come back in about 2-3 months. You good to go." But you tell me this is first time doing anything like this, and they trying to fire him. They never liked him.
So Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, this is their 6th arrest of one of their employees in 2026.
Crazy.
So that's probably the reason why they was
They
like,
said,
we
"You
ain't
gotta
gonna let
go."
this one
Wait a
slide.
Yeah, you got to go.
This is their
I
6th arrest.
hated JSO when I worked in Jacksonville. Oh, I
Really?
just forgot they were so mean to the media.
Really?
Oh my God. Because it was in the height of fake news, and that's when it was like just now, like, you know, catching on. Back when I was back then, it was like back in Trump's first presidency. Oh my God, they were just so bad to reporters. Like, they would be a-holes on purpose. I'm getting like PTSD from now. I'm sorry.
No way.
I forgot about JSO, boy. JSO, I hope you turned around, because they were foul.
No, they did.
They did.
though.
They
did not turn
I
around.
told you.
Clearly.
That's
Clearly, they did
6
not.
arrests of officers
Yeah.
in 2026.
That's crazy. In the meantime, you know who is trying to do some hard work? New Mexico's Attorney General. He is trying to do something to bring justice to Jeffrey Epstein. He is still trying to look into Epstein and what he may or may not have done at the Zorro Ranch. The Zorro Ranch is in New Mexico, and we can show you what that looks like. He's been investigating. He said, we're basically doing the only active criminal investigation into Jeffrey Epstein, and they requested basically a bunch of files from the federal government. They want unredacted files to see if it would help them in their investigation. And they requested these records back in February, and they're basically looking into accusations that Epstein trafficked and sexually abused girls and women at the Zorro Ranch. So again, back in February, the state attorney general's office specifically requested unredacted access to anonymous 2019 emails. At least there was one email that alleged that there were 2 foreign girls buried at that ranch. So there was one Epstein accuser, Annie Farmer, who testified during Ghislaine Maxwell's trial that Maxwell abused her at this ranch. Other people have, come out with claims over the years. So he's trying to get to the bottom of this. And he says the attorney general is accusing, the attorney general is accusing the Justice Department of hindering his whole investigation. So he said on Tuesday, the DOJ gave verbal assurances, okay, yeah, we're going to cooperate with you guys. We'll give you whatever you need, blah, blah, blah. And yet New Mexico has not been given access to those records that they requested. They haven't gotten a real response on it. In fact, Torres sent a letter to the current DOJ head, Todd Blanche, and he said, look, man, you guys have until July 31st to give us these unredacted files. And after that, we'll basically treat this request as denied and kind of pursue some legal remedies, whatever we can do. And the DOJ said, well, actually, we can't give you what you're looking for because it's illegal, because it would break federal law. There's a DOJ spokesperson that basically said because of federal law, any court orders or victim or witness privacy protections there may be, and whatever else they came up with, their hands were tied and they weren't allowed to give all that information to them. They couldn't release those unredacted documents. So sorry.
Interesting. We knew they wasn't gonna release anything. They've been trying their best, almost it seems, to not get certain information out to the people. People keep on claiming that we've given. Actually, JD Vance, I heard when I was listening to it, he was basically saying that, hey, the whole reason why we haven't released certain names is because those same names that's being protected from redactions and things like that are the same people that possibly are involved in the act or something.
Can you play the clip of JD Vance? I've been trying to, play that clip. He talked about,
of course,
well, most people think he was Mossad.
Yeah, Mossad or CIA or some other deep state, whether in America or Israel or another country, or both. Look, he clearly had connections to the highest levels of American intelligence. He clearly had connections to the highest levels of Israeli intelligence.
So he goes on from there, but the whole point is people have been saying that Epstein might have been an intelligence asset. It's never been proven, but it just makes a lot of sense for why the suicide was weird. All the investigations went to smoke. His one time going to jail, he got to leave jail 6 days a week. like 12 hours a day. It's like an insane thing for like child sex crimes.
The man was a professor and didn't graduate from college at an Ivy League. That's it right there.
So we have to go to break. With that, we have entertainment coming at you after this.
Are you dead ass? This man really sent me a cow sheet.
For sure. Go ahead, sign up, my boy. I get that $25. That way, and then you send yours to Will, and then you get another $25. That way, you just playing with free money.
Oh my God, this man is hilarious.
That way, you just playing with free money, dog.
I don't know, chat. Should I sign up?
Yeah, sign. Sign up, dog. I get 25, and then you send it to Will, and then you get 25, and then we just had $25.
Okay.
And then that way, if you bet it tonight, who cares?
It's too late. He's about to in 30 minutes. Maybe if I do it right now. Let's see. Cow sheet link for chat. Oh no, see now now we're getting a little sketchy. Now we're getting a little sketchy.
I'll send it to y'all.
You better stop.
I'll put it right in the chat.
Hold on now. That's a little sketchy.
All those points.
That's a little sketchy now. I don't know. I don't know what the guidelines is with that.
The guidelines are what? Sending I'm not sending it from their account. This is my account. I got y'all. Don't worry.
Like $10 per recommendation.
25.
Well, hold on. Let me recommend my code. Y'all
two.
use my code first.
Look, see, now everybody want the code.
I don't have cow sheet.
Everybody want the code.
I'm gonna try and stay away from it, man, because I'm telling you, bro. If I start gambling, it might be raps, bro.
Yeah, you might lose all your money. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, man.
You don't have any
no
self-control.
Hey, coming from you.
I definitely don't.
I mean,
I don't have any self-control.
Hey, I know I don't. I know my stipulations.
Oh, for sure. I know for a fact. Well, I do now, but
I subscribe to it.
Back in the day, I didn't.
I subscribe to what Mike Tyson said. Why get hooked to something you know you're gonna have to quit? And I know I'm gonna have to quit gambling if I get into it.
Oh, well, see, that's a terrible way to look at life.
What?
I get hooked to something, you know you gotta quit.
Just don't, know you're gonna have to quit.
Just don't quit. I say that, and I'm sober, but you know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You're the ultimate quitter.
I'm the ultimate quitter. I
can't do it. Bro.
I had to though. My situation is different. I had to quit. It wasn't like I was. You know what I mean? I had to.
I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro.
Hey, man.
Yes, the same bottle of water. You already know what it is. Wait in the water.
I have no control. Don't even send it. I got you. I ain't gonna send it. I ain't gonna send it. You ain't got none of y'all got control. None of us have self-control. We're all just
I'll send it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hot 97 News. It is time for your entertainment. Actually, first, we just want to remind you, yes, Trump's address is in 30 minutes. So as soon as the show ends, that's when it will start. But yes, let's talk about some things you guys want to hear. First of all, at the buzzer, Chipotle says they are jumping in on all the World Cup craze. And actually, you might really love this if you like Chipotle.
I love Chipotle.
Do you?
Yes.
What? I eat Chipotle all the time. Speaking of Chipotle, somebody didn't bring any of us Chipotle the other day. Just want to throw that
Damn,
out.
Oh, that's
crazy.
right. Somebody walked in with Chipotle, and didn't ask if anybody wanted
to know Chipotle.
I remember that.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So maybe we can jump on this.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe we might get what.
Maybe mute him so he can't hear.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't need.
He doesn't need this.
He's covered.
Exactly. So Chipotle is giving away up to $1 million in free food during Sunday's World Cup final between Argentina and Spain. But here's the thing: you're gonna have to be fast with your fingers. Instagram, you're gonna have to the Instagram and the ability to follow the cup like somebody is playing a game of 3-card Monty with your lunch. So listen to me closely. This is how it works. During the second official hydration break, everybody following? Chipotle will post a video showing 3 of its water cups. Now, we all know the water cups in Chipotle. Nobody actually puts water in the water cup.
I do.
I do.
No, you don't.
On God,
No,
I do.
you're lying.
I'd never put anything on God. I make sure of it because that's just trifling. What you lying for? What you lying for?
Nobody puts water in the water cups.
On my life, I put
do?
water in the water cup.
Well, because I don't like drink like juices like that.
Y'all lying. I'm not gonna.
I
believe
don't
it.
drink juice.
I'm not believing any of y'all. Anyway, Chipotle will post a video showing 3 of his water cups shuffling around. 1 cup will be filled with lemonade, and when the cups stop moving, the lemonade cup will reveal a special code. The first 100,000 people to text that code to 888-222 will get a free Chipotle entree.
Oh wow!
Come on, Chipotle.
And the whole promotion is based on the joke of people pretending to put water in the water cups.
Wow. That is some advertising.
So it's very great. It's
That's
very
some great
it's
advertising.
super good advertising, bro. Shout out to Chipotle for even like doing this though, bro. I've always been a fan of eateries and restaurants that jump on trends or jump on something like when how Chick-fil-A does Cow Day. You got to come dressed up as a cow and you get a free entree. I love when restaurants do stuff like this because, bro, whoever's on the marketing team understands marketing.
Yeah.
Because this is how you continue to have people come to your restaurant.
Especially because you might have one person who gets the free cow dress outfit related food, but then like they might bring like a whole team who's like, I'm not going and dressing up like this, but I'll go with you and just buy the food. So now you like put a whole team on to your restaurant off of one little advertisement.
One advertisement.
That's crazy.
And then they'll record it and then post it, and then that's more advertising.
Exactly.
Bro, you ain't beating corporations.
No, you're
man.
not, bro.
You can't beat
No,
a
you're not.
corporation.
Yeah.
So shout out to Chipotle, man. Y'all make sure you are watching the World Cup this Sunday for your chance to win some free Chipotle because I know I will be trying to, even though I got free Chipotle on my phone.
My problem would be I don't know when the second water break is.
So
I'm like,
it's
did
the
I miss it?
25th minute.
Oh, they have a time.
Is it the 30th or the 25th?
No, it's in the middle of the second half. So it would be like the
65th.
Well, this is the second.
75th.
That's what I'm talking
75th.
about. I'm not doing all this.
70th minute,
This
around the
is the-
70th.
Yeah, this is the second official hydration break.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a first one, then there's a second one. So it is
They
the
don't have more
second.
breaks than
They got a halftime. They got a halftime, and then you
they
got a hydration
can't stop
break.
till halftime.
No, that's what the hydration break is for. Hydration break is in the first half and then the second
The
half.
hydration break's really a
okay.
money grab for commercials.
Essentially.
Because in soccer, they don't get a hydration
Not
break.
at all.
They don't get a break at
No.
all.
No, it's
No
not
break.
straight 90
They're
minutes.
running
For
the whole
90
time.
minutes?
90 minutes.
Well, they get a halftime. They get 45 minutes.
Oh.
And you're not running the entire time.
For
bro.
45
I mean, you
minutes.
kinda
It's
are.
crazy.
If you're playing defense, you're chilling for if your team
I
is
didn't-
good.
I didn't know
You're
that.
hanging- you're hanging.
Boy,
Yeah, man.
I just got a whole bunch of respect for soccer players.
Come on
And
now.
the World Cup's ended.
Come on now.
Speaking of sports, the Knicks completely took over the ESPYs.
New York. They did. They thug thizzle at the ESPYs. And shout out to the ESPYs. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it, but I did watch some of it. So the ESPYs was actually pretty entertaining from what I watched. Very more entertaining than the show last year, even though Shane Gillis was hilarious. So Marcelo Hernandez brought a younger energy as the host this year. And while some jokes landed better than others, the show felt more of it felt like a celebration this year than like a roast fest from last year. So to be honest, I want to give a huge shout out to the New York Knicks. Y'all pretty much ransacked the ESPYs last night. They got so many awards. They got 5 awards. All 5 they were nominated for. All 5 they received.
Wow.
Jalen Brunson won Best NBA Player, Best Championship Performance, and Best Male Athlete.
Wow.
All right? The Knicks won Best Team, and OG Anunoby took home Best Play, the tip-in play at the to tie the game up.
That tip-in play had me on the floor,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
Literally, I was watching it here with Will and Tommy, and when I seen that, I was on the floor, literally.
I also think that play deserved the best play of the series. I didn't see any other. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened in that in that whole series that were like, oh man, this is amazing. I don't think anything happened.
Like a game winner or something?
Oh yes, 100%. This is the one that this is the Ginobili played just seconds remaining in the game 4. This is the game 4 play.
Okay.
Don't remind me.
Well, you're still upset about that?
Yes, bro. It was wild. It was wild.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that wild.
It was very wild for it to be the last second. And then when previously when we seen De'Aaron Fox, I'm sorry, we're getting back into it, but
It's
he
okay.
folded, and then they got it, and then they tipped it in. It's really disheartening.
Well, the ESPYs was extremely entertaining as well. Like I said, one of my favorite moments was Mike Tyson. Now, before I play this clip, don't play it yet, Will. Do you guys know who Shogun Otua is?
You did not say that right.
I'm saying his name
You did
wrong.
not say
How do you
that
say
right.
his name?
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, the baseball player.
Yeah, the pitcher.
Yeah, okay. I know who that is.
Okay,
Asian, right?
Yeah, he's Asian.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike Tyson. Just roll the clip.
And the SB award goes to.
First of all, you gotta
Check
say
this out.
ESPN.
Shohei Ohtani.
Did I say that right?
Why did y'all let that man do this?
Wait a minute.
Shohei could not be here tonight. He sends his gratitude and appreciation to ESPN and everyone who voted for him.
Shohei's a guy.
Shohei's a guy. Mike Tyson was so like, what? He didn't turn around and look at the screen, do nothing, bro. Hey, that joke had me dying laughing, dog.
At least you said his name right. You couldn't even get it right.
Hey, I know he's a dude. At least I didn't misgender him.
Hold on. So wait, why were they on stage? I know Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fought. So
they were just announcers.
But then was that
DJ Khaled?
DJ Khaled?
Yeah, I don't know why DJ.
What was
everywhere.
that?
I don't know.
Everywhere.
I don't know. We the best. Come on now.
All right.
God did.
Another
Just 'cause
one.
it is what it is. Another one.
Yeah, God did. Come on now. I have no idea. But I mean, yeah, they were
Which
just
is like a weird. And don't let Mike Tyson present anything.
Come on.
I do want to give a huge shout out because I am a huge pickleball player and a huge pickleball fan. Anna Lee Waters was there. She was the only person. I forgot to put a picture of her. She's literally the only pickleball player that was at the SBs.
Really?
The only one.
You know, you're the only one I know who knows pickleball players. Actually,
No, he does. Will does.
okay, you two are the only people I know. Like the people who know about pickleball are in this building. It's the only people in my entire life they're in this building.
Yeah, we love the game.
You know what's crazy? Like these two will be like, "Oh man, did you hear about the new paddle that just dropped?" I'm like, what are we talking about?
We don't sound like that.
That's what y'all sound like. Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what? You know what it is? Y'all have not played y'all haven't played before enough.
I played pickleball.
But you haven't played enough. You play once, and that's the problem with people that haven't played pickleball. They play once, and then they go, "Oh, that was fun." You gotta play it. You gotta play it a few times for it to actually start getting like, "Oh, this is like." Okay.
No, I dink. I get into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know terminology.
I played it a couple times.
Check you out.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, dink battles.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
We never called it a dink battle. I've never heard anybody call it that.
That's why I call them dink battles.
Okay.
You remember when I beat you?
You didn't ever beat me.
I didn't never beat you.
Never.
Okay. I was spanking him, paddling.
Did he win?
Pause.
Did you win?
I did win.
No, he
I
did not
paddled.
win.
I paddle. I'm a Padawan. I'm like that.
Padawan. Will.
Rondell.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did. Will was there.
Tommy was also.
Will, I won. We won. I was on Will's team.
Well, you know, I
Oh.
basically
He
carried
carried.
it.
Exactly.
Oh,
So you lost.
Okay.
You
took
didn't
that
win.
L.
You didn't win.
And that was the only game
I
we
thought
played.
y'all played one-on-one, and after all the talk you've
never.
done, you lost to him, who
never.
doesn't.
I would destroy,
hard.
I would destroy him.
Okay, so Will.
I would
okay.
destroy.
Destroy is crazy.
Anyway.
I'm athletic, bro.
Anyway, Lucky's West Hollywood home was just robbed. Now, I don't really know who Lucky is.
It's okay. I figured you did.
But
he's a rapper.
I can say that he is out of what, $500,000 worth of stuff in his house?
500
Sheesh.
rackaroos, man. With a name like Lucky, this is the most unlucky thing to ever happen to you, bro. So, Chicago rapper Lucky, he is out of Chicago, came home Tuesday night around 10:30 and found his West Hollywood house completely ransacked. Now, burglars reportedly got away with nearly $500,000 worth of designer clothes, luxury bags, and other personal belongings. And right now, police still have they have more questions than answers. They still have more questions than answers. They have not said exactly when the burglars entered, how they got inside, whether Lucky was specifically targeted, or whether anybody was home when it happened.
Jesus.
There are also no suspects or no arrests, so investigators are going door to door and checking neighborhood security cameras.
Does he not have cameras?
I don't see why he doesn't.
Not with that much in my house.
And I highly doubt, man. I mean, if you got, I don't know, man. If you living in West Hollywood's not like the richest part of LA. So if you living in West Hollywood, depending on where you're living, your neighbors probably ain't rocking with you if you're a rapper.
Really?
With $500,000 worth of things inside, he's living in a bad part of
West Hollywood is not like the best place to live.
So what's the best place to live in?
God.
Westwood. Westwood is expensive.
I thought Brentwood was like.
Brentwood's up there too, but
And then the hills, right?
Yeah, the
Hollywood
hills, but the hills are like you gotta have like real money. Like living on the land, like the bottom is like Westwood. Westwood is right by UCLA. That's why I used to say it, bro. Westwood is like big dog money. It was a Jewish community right here, another Jewish community right here. Some big money.
Okay.
Do you realize how much he should
Yeah,
not
yeah.
have been where he was then? If you have 500,000 worth of items in your house right now, you could go live where the other people live.
Not with $500,000.
You can't put 500,000 down on a house.
And then
that's only what was stolen.
And then what else you gonna have?
That's only what was stolen.
What else you gonna have after that?
What do you mean a nice house with nice security?
$500,000 only gonna get you so much in LA.
Really?
Yeah,
But
man.
to put it down,
the inflation.
LA
you
is
could get a
expensive.
$2 million house in a nice area. I watch $1 Million Listing now. I know that.
Okay,
I know about the
okay,
real estate a little
okay.
bit. You could get a nice little $2 million house at least a couple years ago. Maybe it's ballooned. You're right.
Yeah, it's up there now.
'Cause I think the last time I saw it was like 2020.
Yeah, it's up there now.
So they didn't say that anything else around him was affected, right?
I mean, this is a hit.
Yeah,
This is
that's what I'm
a
saying.
hit.
And because you got to think about it. If I'm hearing about it, he probably has white neighbors, things like that.
Most likely.
Most likely, if he's in
likely.
that area.
Yeah.
Why didn't they go over there? Why didn't they hit up? It's always your own homeboys. It's your own people. Be aware that it's not random. Why are they targeting only this really nice house when there's a whole block of them?
No, 100%. And it definitely sounds like an inside job of somebody going to his house, knowing. I mean, because in order for you to steal $500,000 worth of stuff, you got to know where that stuff is.
You got to know who
That's so
it's
true.
even
even
there.
You got to
That's
even know
even
that
there.
that it's even in there.
And his neighbors are probably like, yeah, get him. Probably not any kind of help.
Yeah, get him is crazy.
That's
Like
wild.
you
Lana.
said that his neighbors probably didn't want him there. Probably said, we don't have any footage for you, officer. Sorry.
Goodness gracious.
Lord Almighty.
Man.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, Diddy, Snoop Dogg, and a bunch of other people just got hit with a lawsuit.
Diddy can't get a break.
Diddy, can I get a break?
I mean, he was trying to sell. Right now, he's also trying to sell a little freak off house. Y'all hear about that?
I did
Diddy,
not
5
hear.
million.
Five. Like trying to sell a little freak off house. I'll buy it though.
He did it. He actually sold it.
Oh, he sold it?
He
Freaking-
sold it $5 million.
Really? It was
Well,
51. It was 51 million.
50 something million.
Yeah, it was
my bad.
51 million.
Yeah,
He bought it
yeah.
for 5 million.
He bought it for
Yeah,
$5 million,
yeah,
and then he sold it for
51
That's
million.
a flip,
Yeah, it's
dog.
a
Wow,
flip. Yeah,
51 million? He said, God.
Yeah. But he's gonna need that 51 million with this lawsuit because Diddy, Snoop Dogg, Nelly, the estates of Biggie and Angie Stone, and producer Jazzy Faye are all caught up in one copyright lawsuit over 2 songs that have been playing for more than 20 years. These songs have gone on forever. So 2 veteran songwriters, David Bravo and Jean Albert Renard, say Angie Stone and Snoop Dogg's I Want to Thank You and Biggie's Nasty Girl. Dun, 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 nasty girl. Dun. Y'all know that song?
Yeah.
Yes.
Haven't heard
I
it
go
in years.
on and on and on and okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, y'all don't know. It's okay. We're both built around an unauthorized piece of their 1980 record, Skating. I wish I could play all this, but I can't. And they are
Why
not.
don't you sing for us some more?
I don't know Skating. I don't know
Oh,
Skating.
okay.
Yeah.
I was just checking.
Yeah. And they're not saying somebody borrowed a little snare drum. They claim the same 4-bar combination of rhythm, melody, and harmony became the entire musical floor that Jazzy Faye built both records on. And in regular language, they are saying everybody added new vocals and raps, but the apartment underneath is still belong to them.
That's crazy.
It's wild. So what makes this even crazier is they say they did not find out until when? 2024. That's a long time. 20 years. 20 years to find out is wild. So imagine, you hearing a song connected to Biggie, Diddy, Snoop, Nelly, Angie Stone, and realizing, hold on, I made the part everybody's been dancing to. That's me. Oh yeah, I need some of that.
Yeah.
I need some of that.
Yeah.
I need some of that. So the biggest fight may have to be with Sony Music Publishing because that's how you get all your music. So Bravo and Renade claim they went to Sony and said, you published our song, so go protect it. According to the lawsuit, Sony allegedly backed away because it has also had business connected to writers on Nasty Girl. So the songwriters are basically accusing Sony of being their publisher and the other side's business partner at the same time.
Wow.
So they playing both sides, which I get. I kind of get. So there's one major twist, and I didn't know this out until the end. So the writers reportedly transferred the publishing rights years ago, meaning the court may first have to decide exactly what rights they still own and what Sony can contractually require to do for them. Because they sold their publishing. That is the worst thing you can do as a musician is sell your publishing rights. You want your publishing rights.
I feel like artists just get screwed 6 ways from Sunday
Yeah,
in the
you be
music
signing these
business.
deals.
It's really a shame. It's just full of vultures, man.
Well,
Crazy.
This one here is extremely. You waited, all the way to 2024 to come grab this money. But it's like, dog, you done sold your publishing. You got rid of that years ago. So it's like, I can't even. So that's why I understand what Sony is like. I can't even. I don't even know how to help you right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Sorry, Diddy.
We will keep you posted if there are any meaningful updates on that. In the meantime, we told you Stefan Diggs found himself in some accusations, and the accusations were accusations. Very strange. And now his baby mama, Cardi B, is stepping up to defend him.
Yeah, you want one thing about Cardi B, I respect, is she gonna go to bat for her baby daddy.
I love Cardi B, actually. Yeah.
She gonna go to bat for her baby daddy, so I gotta respect that. And her and Stefan Diggs have their own problems, but Cardi just made it very clear that when it comes to the allegations against the father of her youngest child, she is standing on his side every single time. I mean, this happens all the time. So Cardi jumped on social media and basically said, "I cannot believe y'all have me out here defending this man while I'm currently mad at him," which is true. So she got on Instagram and pretty much clapped back at a few people, said, "He is not asking to get it dismissed. Where are y'all even getting that for? The whole point of suing is to go to court and prove he is lying. This man did 3 interviews, which he did. I saw all 3. Changed,
the other guy?
Yeah, changed his story 2 times and never provided not one receipt. But you, right, wait till, she said, but you right, wait till trial start." She claps back at somebody else and said, "Where's the evidence?" There is no evidence. You know what there's evidence of? Chris stealing from Stefan, and no evidence of Chris claims. Yeah, man. Chris, and here's the thing. The guy Chris got on, his name is Chris Griffith. He got on multiple podcast platforms, and he actually did have somewhat of receipts. He did he told a story to a podcaster, and he got on there saying how Stefan gave him a piece of candy, and then his body started feeling tingly, and this, that, and the third, and Stefan got in the car and started, touching on himself. And then when Stefan got in the house, he was like, "Hey, Chris, come up to my room." And Chris walked to another room and all this stuff. So there's a lot of things that, they're very questionable when it comes to this whole situation, when it comes to Stefan Diggs and Chris Griffith, which I really don't understand.
But that's just what one man says, right? Like,
It's
it's
very
just his allegation.
very he said,
and I
she
thought
said.
Last time you talked about this, you were saying that he had rows and rows and rows of text
Yes,
messages.
he does. He
So
does.
that's what I thought was like the evidence, as much as that can be evidence, because we don't know what those text messages say. It
True.
could have been about a business deal, but I don't know. I think it would be crazy to know that you're lying and go this hard, because then they could get you back for defamation. That would be a
100%.
crazy thing to do.
100%.
I mean, I think that there isn't any real case that we have here. And I love the fact that he's actually suing back for defamation. We don't often see that. Sometimes we'll just see people that are in high places. They'll just let it go. They'll just let things, let people say multiple different things about them and just let it go, lose traction and all this. But no, they need to start holding these people accountable, because there's a lot of lies that come out on these really rich and wealthy people, and they never do anything about it because they think that it's okay. And this is letting people know it's not okay to just come up with any lies whatsoever, especially if you don't have receipts. And what I heard, I didn't hear many receipts. There's text, but I mean,
we don't know where the receipts are yet. But I mean, Stefan Diggs this has always been something, a rumor about Stefan Diggs being on the sweet side. So this is nothing new.
And he's
about
tearing
Stefan
up
Diggs.
his whole entire brand, though. In the NFL, they don't play that stuff there.
which is weird.
It is very weird, but at the same time, you think about the people that the NFL is actually promoting to, men with families that are Christian. And it's like you just tore this whole man's reputation apart. So I'm glad he's suing.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Well, yeah, we'll see what happens, because if they take this thing to court, I mean,
he can get in serious trouble.
And receipts can really come out.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
we shall see what happens. In the meantime, people are wondering if Patti LaBelle's national anthem rendition was fair or foul. And You know I love me some Patti LaBelle.
Don't we all remember them patty pies when she first dropped the
Yes,
patty
Patti
pies?
LaBelle.
Boy,
Was
them
she
things
the
are
one?
so
Am I
good.
thinking of Patti LaBelle? Remember when she her back? Where are my backup singers?
Oh yeah, that is either
what
her or
was the
Aretha.
song?
Either her
Oh,
or
it was
Aretha.
Aretha.
I don't know which
It was
one it
one
was.
of the queens.
Hey, Rob, but I do remember.
It's like a Christmas song or something
Boy,
like
that
that.
joke was hilarious, bruh. Yeah, Patti LaBelle sang the national anthem in her hometown of Philly for the MLB All-Star game that happened Tuesday, and people online were split. Okay, there were some fans called her legendary, and you can pull up the legendary tweets, positive ones. What a legendary voice, phenomenal. The Queen Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle did a very nice job. Great job, Patti
Yes,
LaBelle.
come on, Patti.
And then came the other side of the internet. All right, this side, this may be the all-time worst. Anyone that thought that sounded good needs to see a doctor for hearing. Was my TV off, or was she doing a terrible lip sync?
Jesus.
The flyby was the best part.
Jesus.
God, dog, give me a break, haters. The melody is a drinking song, not a hymn, and this is a fabulous interpretation.
Boy,
Now-
if somebody said my song's a fabulous interpretation, I would go home and cry.
What?
What do you mean?
So
Oh, gosh.
to give y'all, because we can't play it. So to give y'all, yeah, we can't play it.
we can't.
So to give y'all a understanding of what Patti LaBelle's, how do I put? She put a little stank on the national. What is it? The Star Spangled Banner. She put a little stank. She put a little stank on it. She put her own blackness on it, if I will. That's what I really want to say. She put her own blackness on the national anthem. And it's like, this has been going on for years though, bruh. Like, black people have always made our own rendition about every song. We have our own rendition of every song. And the national anthem is not out of pocket for Patti LaBelle to do. I don't even see how this even was a thing. But I start to remember that this is the MLB.
I was gonna say that.
This is baseball. You gotta realize
Your audience
is not the one. You would have better been off with a Taylor Swift or a Carrie Underwood or you know what I mean, one of the a Reba or Dolly Parton. One of them. You would have been better off because Patti LaBelle, that's not her crowd.
Yeah, that's not her crowd.
It's not a crowd.
I can already see because when Whitney did it, it was still palatable.
Yes.
For everybody. You know what I mean? So there are ways to do it, but then there are some black people who are going to get on there and throw some stank on it.
Yes.
And that is not palatable.
We just gotta. I love the soul that we add to things, though. I hate that people are making it. We make it. We really make it. Like it's really enjoyable when I hear it from us.
For sure.
I can sit there and like put on replay if I needed to. When I hear from others, I'm like, dang, this is just boring.
Yeah, somebody said
I feel like I'm in school.
Somebody said that she had they said her run sounded like she was crying. I said, God, dog.
Now I need to go and listen to this.
Oh, it's good. I mean, it's Patti LaBelle. She can sing, but yeah, she sounded like her run sound. But they not used to hearing runs.
Yeah, right.
They not
right,
used to hearing vibrato.
Right.
They not used to hearing. They not used to hearing none
I
of
can
that.
already tell how it went.
They used to hear, oh, say, can you see?
That's a really hard
what
song.
about-" That's what they use. They not used to hearing,
Yeah.
oh, say, can you see? They not used to hearing that. They not used to.
Spit it out.
Yeah, they not used to. Yeah, get the words out. They spent 10 minutes on the national anthem.
right.
5-minute song.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't really know where to go from here because we have another producer surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is just a short clip, but
Okay.
it's a surprise guest at Usher's concert.
Usher, hold on.
It just made me smile.
Oh,
I wish I could play the
saw
music, but this was
this.
hilarious.
Oh, yeah, this is a funny clip.
I saw this. This is good to see if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Usher singing, 7 o'clock. I don't know what song he was singing, but he was singing.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle.
They just out here. Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
And I had to cut it there because then booties came in.
You know what's
hopping on the screen.
You know what's crazy? Usher showing his butt at his concerts.
What do you mean
What do you
he's
mean?
showing his butt?
Usher
Why do you
showing
know this?
because
Like his
been
his
looking
real
at-
butt, or you
it's
just
real.
saying like
no?
he's
He's
like,
showing his butt. Like he's literally there's a portion of this, and I mean this sounds like Rondell, why are you looking at this? But I mean it's on Twitter. Like I've just
it wasn't on my Twitter.
I
Not
didn't
mine
have it on
either.
mine either. Yeah,
This
my
was the
algorithm-
only clip that I saw.
My algorithm doesn't send me Usher's
different.
butt.
Everybody got different algorithms. It's all good.
It never sends you Usher's butt.
Everybody got different algorithms.
I mean, what can you do?
Anyway, he's laying in bed in the clip, and then he like gets up from the bed and pulls his pants up, but you can see like
His whole butt?
his whole butt.
Man.
They saying he's showing his butt at his concert.
Seems like Usher and Chris Brown are going tat for tat of who can do the most.
Who could be the nastiest?
The nasty
That was
stuff.
the Diddy view.
That was the who?
The Diddy view.
Oh, they gave Diddy view.
Okay, he gave
You're the one who watched
Crazy.
the Diddy video.
Yeah, I did.
That revealed that
Sure-
Diddy.
sure did.
But your algorithm is something, isn't it?
Sure did.
Boy.
Hey, man.
Just every black man in the country.
Wild dude, brother. money make you do crazy things, Andre.
Oh, man. And that is going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if y'all want to watch y'all's president give this speech that's supposed to be so magnificent, it is starting pretty much in a couple of minutes, 9 o'clock. So we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.
Peace.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 Mornings with Merrill. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all. That's
Let's
it.
go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms.